have. You know, I have a master's degree in clinical psychology. I was an art therapist for years. I've done a counselor at a local mental health agency. I've worked and mentored women for, over 30 years. And one of the things that I have always noticed is this idea of tapping into your mojo, that it's very individual, it's very personal, and it's just something that I have found that sometimes I have incredible mojo, which is just my personality with desire and drive and dreams, all of that mixed together. And then there's also times where I've lost my mojo, or I had to uncover it because it was hidden by a lot of just, fear, or those shoulds, or those ideas or beliefs that most of the time aren't even mine, and I've adopted along the way, and I think they're my beliefs, but they're really not. Or just discovering my mojo. I mean, that's been quite a journey to be able to discover what that is. And what is that mojo? That mojo is that thing in me that no matter what my outside circumstances are, something comes along and my head, my heart, my gut, all seem to align, all match. They're all in some form of alignment. And I was working with one of my people yesterday, and we were working on the fact of, she's done really well in business recently. She's just doing really great. She's on fire. She's tapped into her mojo, and not only has she discovered it and uncovered it, but she has, and recovered it. She has claimed it. And so she found a rhythm to the way she's running her business. And yes, she has mentors. She has us helping her and guiding her along the way. But really, when it comes down to, she found her own rhythm of how to make her money. And it's very, very exciting to watch. So then what happens is that we come up against things. So we might start doing really well in business, or maybe we've tapped into our mojo in our relationships, or with family, or just really finding that rhythm around you. And then what happens is how can you stay there? How can you embrace that mojo, accept it, and allow all the gifts to come into your life and not push them away? Because that's something so easy to do once we get to that point where we've tapped into it, we've uncovered it, we see it, we've gone through our sleepiness around it, because there's an ebb and flow to it, and we're back in that movement, that dance within your soul, that just, your feet are matching the music, right? And, but this idea of poverty mindset can really trip us up. It's a way that sabotages us a lot of times. And so one of the things we kind of worked through with her yesterday is that poverty mindset. She's at a place where she wants to move. She wants to make a big move. She wants to move her family to, Southern California, where she's lived before, but she always stayed away from it, never thinking that she made enough money to go back to where she wanted to live. And she wants to live near the water, and all these items that are part of her big dream. And really, sometimes she feels like beyond her dreams. And she's at a point right now where she can take that action, and then all what starts to creep in is, okay, I can live there, but I can't be near the water. Or I can live there, but the house can't, it's probably not going to be as nice as I really want. I want the sunken tub, or I want these kind of things to happen that just seem too much, for when she reads the news and says it's too expensive to live there or you can't get it. And that's where that poverty mindset can jump in. It can sabotage us because the facts are she can afford it and she can have all those things that she wants. And her own experience has always shown that when she raises the bar, she always goes out and takes the actions to meet that bar. Because when she's tapped into her mojo, when she's got that mindset going, she reaches it. So it's not about the money. We think poverty mindset is about the money, and it's really not. What it is this mindset that we can, belief system that we can get stuck saying, I only should do that, or I only should do this. And, hi to some of you that are coming on now. Welcome, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm Denise Ashcroft. I am a mojo maker. I am a big believer in dreams. I believe you can live beyond your dreams. And I have helped many, many people, especially women, break through the box that they're in through, belief systems that just get them stuck, and build businesses that become 6-figure, 7-figure businesses, and that enable you to live beyond your dreams and make these kind of choices. So we're talking about the client that I have that has been really, wanting now, she's taken it to the next level, and she's done really well in her business. She's made, I think in the last 45 days, she's hit 400,000 in income coming in, and she's having $15,000, $30,000 cash days, doing what she loves because she's in rhythm with her mojo. And so we were looking at houses together. We were kind of walking through that process of where she could rent and what part of California. And that's what I love about being a mentor, is I get to use all my experience, all my background, all of that to guide my mentees. And it was hitting that wall of poverty mindset that says, I only can have this, but I can't have that. It's almost like you're at that point where you start to have those big dreams, things start happening, and then it's like, whoa, happening too fast. This might not be safe. Let's get small again. Let's go back to all the things that people have told us. And I have a great example and story about this is, I had left a pretty negative, unsafe marriage, and I had 3 little kids, and I was in a town I hadn't lived very long. I didn't have friends there yet. I didn't have any family support, any support system there, and I'm now alone with these 3 little kids. And I don't have a job because we had just moved there, so I didn't have a job. And because of the circumstances, we had to go stay at a friend of a friend of a friend. And I needed to figure out what was going to come next. And this is where tapping into that mojo happens, even in really hard circumstances. I just knew in my heart of hearts, I knew in my head, my heart, and my soul that leaving a bad situation like that we didn't have to then become small. We didn't have to become invisible. Bad things didn't have to happen. And that would be a very punishing universe. And so I started taking actions, because when I've tapped into that mojo, when I've tapped into who I really am, that magnificent mojo that makes me who I am, the next part is to take actions, even though I might not completely believe in them, but especially if people around me don't believe in it. And, you know, I had a station wagon, I had $106 to my name, and these 3 beautiful children, and they're depending on me. They're depending on me to figure it out because I'm the adult, right? And so I started taking actions, and I went looking for an apartment. Now, I don't have enough money. I mean, this is a lot of years ago, but, you know, still an apartment would be anywhere from $400 to $600 a month. And I have no money, and I have nowhere to borrow money. I have no resources, but I'm going to take the action anyway, because if you raise the bar, what happens, the money always comes. The situation always comes. And so I acted as if until the feelings followed, and I went looking for an apartment. And the first place I went to was in a really scary part of town. You know, I was this young, cute, single mom, and of course I got hit on by the guy at the landlord, and someone had just overdosed in the apartment, and that's why it was available. And I remember leaving there just defeated. And yet there was that part of me, that deep down inside, that mojo, that part that says, don't give up. The universe didn't bring you this far to drop you off. And I sat quietly, and that's when I tapped into this sense that I call mojo. I sat there and thought, if I had all the money in the world, where would it be okay for me to be, you know, to live with these 3 little kids right now? And I remember looking up the street, and there was this apartment complex, and it was beautiful. It had a tennis court, it had a playground, it had a swimming pool. It was in a very nice neighborhood. It would be walking distance from the kids' school. I mean, it was just really fabulous. And what I did was I just thought, you know what? It's not no until it's no. How do I know if that's not where we're supposed to be? And so I remember driving up, and I went in and I met this young couple that were the managers, and I was honest. I didn't even have a job. And I told them my situation without dumping my problems or anything. I just, you know, stated the facts and that I was looking for a place to live. Well, the apartment complex was having a $99 move-in special. And that day, I walked out of there with the keys to a 2-bedroom apartment and in a safe place, and that shouldn't have happened. But it was, if I would have given into the poverty mindset, I would have settled. I would have taken that really scary apartment. I would have thought that that was the only thing possible. And I would have made myself smaller, and I would have made us smaller, and I would have had us be defeated. But instead, I took the action. And then what happened as a result of that, after that, the money came, the situation came. You know, I was so afraid to be a single mom and you know, 3 kids in daycare and try to get a job. You know, I mean, if you've ever done the math, I got to take them to school and pick them up. I went to school myself. I started little businesses. I just kept one foot in front of the other. That slowly, as a result, you know, I got degrees. I started 6-figure businesses. I've been, you know, executive directors of nonprofits. And now I have an incredible business that I run in 2 different states that, and I work, it's easy, it flows because it's in alignment with my mojo. And that's not saying, you guys, that there haven't been times that I ran out of steam and I lost that mojo and I felt defeated again, because life is not a straight line. You know, there's lots of bends and curves and ups and downs and all of that. But what has never failed me is that I've always found guides. I've always found mentors. I've always found people that got that understood that my one size doesn't fit all. You know, I had all kinds of people saying you should be, you know, getting a job and putting them in daycare and having latchkey kids. They, you know, they're old enough to come home by themselves at 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. And I was like, no more. You know, no more of the poverty mindset. No more of giving in to what doesn't fit me. Now, that fits a lot of people, and that's fine. If it fits you and it aligns with you and that is your mojo, that's wonderful. But for me, it didn't fit. And that's where I had to finally stop going out and trying to fix me like I was broken. I'm not broken. You're not broken. What has happened is I just have to embrace who I really am, and then find my mojo, find my rhythm, find my music, find the dance steps that fit the music, and then just soar. You know, I get to dream big, I get to inspire big, I get to achieve big, but most important, then I get to live beyond my dreams. So when I was telling you about the girl I was working with yesterday, what was really fabulous is by the end of the day, she had found a home that she's now waiting to hear if she can get it, that has all the things that she was wanting. And we even looked at the one that was, you know, I think it was something like $30,000 or $40,000 a month. That was more of a dream home. And she's like, and I'm going to live in that when the time comes. Like, she got to find everything she wanted in, and not in just, oh, this is my budget, this is all I can afford. She went a little bit above it. And at the same time she took those actions, she had clients sign on to her program at the exact same time, which covered this big jump she made in what she was choosing to rent. So now she gets to put her beautiful children in that car and move down to a place that she's always wanted to live, all because she believed it could happen. She does the work, both internally, externally, to make it happen. And then she raises the bar even a little bit more to go beyond her dreams. That is $1 Million Mojo. It is amazing how that works. And it really comes into the power of we. That's why I don't do it alone. And that's why I always offer, come with me, I'll show you how. And it's really great. I've always had my one-to-one mentoring program and all of that, but I'm getting really excited because I am looking at, not only do I have a 22-day micro class coming up where we really look at the idea of uncovering, discovering, and recovering your mojo, but I'm going to open up a membership, so that'll be included in it, which that alone is $444, but I'm going to actually open up a membership of just $33 a week, and this will be included in it, and you can quit at any time. But it allows you to be a part of a community, to access me with questions directly, and masterminds and master classes, and all of that, because it really comes down to, not only do I have to uncover and discover and recover my own $1 Million Mojo, but I also have to surround myself with people and the energy and the vibes of other people that are living beyond their dreams, with their families, with their friends, with their businesses, with, their spiritual life, whatever it is. There's such a power in the we instead of doing it by yourself. So message me if you want to learn more. I'm just really excited to be able to think of offering a membership so that it opens it up to so many other people that I'm allowed to be of service to. So just, look inside, find your mojo. What is your rhythm? What is it that makes you excited when you get out of bed in the morning? And then come with us and join with us, and let's do it together so that energy and all of that comes, because there always are the ebbs and flows of life. It is not a straight line, and you don't have to live in a box, and you can discover it's not my way that's going to work for you. That's what I love about mentorship. That's what I love about $1 Million Mojo, is the fact that we can help discover, uncover, and recover someone's mojo, but their mojo is still personal. It is the magnificent mojo that makes you who you are, and then you get to even live beyond that, and that's pretty wonderful. So I hope you guys have a great day. Please message me. Tell me if you're listening on the after play. Let me know where you're at, and come join us.